Hi, welcome back channel, TrainStation2. Alright, we got first in the 5th competition and managed to claim that last item, which is the special building. So with that, managed to claim both legendaries or epic, common, as well as the special building. But of course, those that are really excited about getting that rare train, you should go ahead and save that 1000 lighters. Alright, so that could be one last thing to claim, but unfortunately, been using all the lighters in conversion of 80 lighters for 150 of those event snow keys. So unlikely to be able to do to claim that basically that rare train. So not really excited about the rare train because from the event itself we already have the common and rare batch trains, which I think they're good enough. So generally I'm just focusing on claiming whatever we could, but at last we may use the balance to claim gold parts, probably rare parts as well. So let's see how things work out, but for now let's focus on the clearing of the jobs. So again, with the 2 legendary and an epic train, doing that special 100 EP job is no longer a hindrance, but rather something that facilitates the win. End of the day, one last competition to go, and we will close this event and we shall wait for another long event to appear. Meanwhile, definitely you could do some small little events, and if you want to avoid having an event fatigue, you can actually take a break. So otherwise, you could actually focus on doing your region jobs, which probably I may do that as well. There's still a bit more to go for region 13, so there could be some breather time in order to fulfill all the Indian requirements that are still in region 13. So not forgetting, always going to emphasize the importance of doing the challenge. Those challenges give you a bit of more extras, be it event coin or any other important resources. So just make sure you do those challenges. It's relatively important. So that's the key to winning as well. And because the earlier you claim the 1000 event coin legendary, the more likely you win the event itself. So the end of the day is about how soon you are able to claim that legendary train to unlock that 100 EP job. So there is also a lot of planning in terms of inventory management. The problem that I'm facing now, even though I've upgraded the capacity to 9,700, is still a relatively small warehouse size. So there's always a need to destroy or throw away some stuff, but also the fact that because maybe we may have over-prepared for the event competitions, that we have tons and tons of those event manufactured items. But again, it's always better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. So end of the day is about your warehouse size as well as your inventory management skill. So all this comes into play, especially playing TrainStation2. It's all about logistics and whatnot. So not forgetting, union play is important, but for me at my level it's terribly hard in order to fulfill an exchange is already a very bad exchange rates for union items. Not forgetting getting those delivered with the tiny capacity of union trains is really take a while. But again, for me, because my focus is always on the region trains and the batch trains, rather so much on the union trains, because it's the number of resources we got to deliver for the union play is not that huge. So I don't see the point in spending in increasing the capacity of the union trains. But of course, really fortunate again to have a good team of relatively strong players and active players as well that have been helping the union to win, and that gives a bit of extra in terms of the union dollars. So all this comes into play: union dollars, gems, gold, parts and whatnot. All these are important commodity that you're going to use it wisely, because at the end of the day, if you're just splurging and or just focusing on winning a single competition, you may forego the other competition. So you really have to spread out your resources. I would say maybe 3 parts. Always focus on the first 3 competitions, which I always mention many times. They seems to be the easiest to do, On the fourth competition onwards, things get tougher because people have a realization that they may not be able to win if they don't spend what they have, which then they start to splurge and go crazy on spending those gems. So again, for us, if you are free to play like me, it is very difficult to win a pay to win. So you really have to start late to avoid them. Some may even start late like us. Then you really have to prioritize in terms of how you can win the competition. So again, this is the common trend that we have achieved. So this red bullet is one of the items that managed to claim. Later on I will share with you the special building as well. So that's it. I mean, like I said, all the trains I could have claimed, then it goes to the parts, or even maybe who knows, we balance a bit more, we can exchange a bit of the metal keys. So the items we have so far, they've been so good to me in this competition. It came out asking items that I do have, but again, it is a fine balance. There are times whereby I face with 4 jobs that for items that I do not have. That really speculates that Pixel are able to identify what you're lacking. So again, times may be good at times, but who knows? So you're just going to prepare a variety of items sometimes. Not forgetting your factory is important. You must use the logistics center in order to get the raw materials fast. There's no need to use your dispatchers, because as long as you put in the trains that are good, you get a good quantity from the innovations, or actually the logistics center, without the need for dispatchers. So those are really something that will help you. Innovation center is about your batch trains that you can increase the capacity. Always focus on common and rare, because those are the ones that you first get. And again, the fact that their capacity are really low compared to epic and legendary. So having that boost for the low capacity trains make a huge difference. Imagine having delivered 100 items with a 4 capacity train versus a 14 capacity train. I think that makes a huge difference at all. So there again, I said this logic center is important. You must also be hardworking enough to make sure your other non-event factory is also producing round the clock, so you do not let them idling. Otherwise, you may face with shortage of items. But again, there's a need to emphasize the importance of warehouse size. If you have a huge warehouse, you may not have to worry so much. But if you have a tiny warehouse, then you can actually use the non-event factory as your additional warehousing, using the input and output tray. Once you have all the orders or the manufactured items laid out in the output tray and not claimed, whatever you put in the input tray would act as your additional warehouse space. So I always use the example of a chair. You can get back your timber and nails had you cancel the order. So this is a way to basically increase the capacity of your storage. All right. So again, if it's not needed, you don't need to claim them. You just have the items stored there. That will actually allows you to better manage your warehouse size. All right. So of course, with the winning of 300 event coin right now, we could only go for big boxes, and of course hopefully we get some good parts, but now before I go into that, let's go ahead and claim that generator. This will be the special building that we are claiming, and then with that 500 keys, we are going to claim the generator now. I'm going to place it, I think it's all the way to the end. Yes, it's a new generator. And then I'm going to keep one of the building so we can have that generator out to show it to you. Also the fact that I'm just using this 5 building technique. So always use the lowest population or the lowest level building, so you get an easy way out in getting the building requests done. So with that, it comes to the end of this video. But before, I'm definitely going to share with you my luck in the 3 big boxes. Not too bad. We got a good number of the legendary epic parts. Really difficult to get at times. All right, thank you so much for watching. Good luck for the last competition. Have a good rest. Goodbye.